concludes report of 575 project-affected people who were forced to make the area their home. Factories and refineries surround Mahul, tinging its air with toxic fumes. Pics. Pradeep Devar. Mahul's status as a living hell, with its heavily polluted air brutally affecting the life of its residents, is not unknown, and the results of a medical report on the health of locals have proved just that. The report, prepared by NGO Vishwas Shanti Lokalan, is based on its findings from a medical camp held in June, where from among 575 Mahul residents, about 60% were diagnosed with skin diseases and asthma, while 80% were found suffering from eye-related issues. The residents are suffering on account of toxic emissions by the refineries and factories in the area. The NGO had organized the health camp on June 16 and 17 upon the request of the Garbachao Garbanao and Mahul PAP committee, who are fighting for the rehabilitation of Mahul's residents. The death of birds is pretty common here, say residents. Pick. Pradeep Devar. Relocation only option. According to the health report later prepared by the NGO, 575 residents had been tested during the camp and all of them complained about having cough, cold and fever. The report found out that about 60% of them have been diagnosed with skin diseases and asthma, while 80% have eye-related problems. Speaking to Midday, Dr. Kisha Kushale, who was a part of the health camp, said, most of the people complained about eye irritation, asthma, cough, cold and skin-related issues. This is all being caused by the nearby refineries that continuously emit toxic fumes. I was shocked to see the residents is suffering. They should be relocated from this area as the health issues are only going to increase if they continue to stay there. The situation is worse in the morning when the chimneys of refineries release smoke. Bronchitis and other respiratory issues are very common among Mahul residents. Also, due to the hills on the other side of the refineries, the fumes get stuck in nearby areas. Nandu Shin, Mahul resident, left us today. An angry Nandu Shin, who is a Mahul resident and member of the Mahul PAP committee, said, the health camp's findings are alarming. They clearly show how people are facing a slow death due to their extreme health conditions. The government has left us to die in this area. This is a toxic hell, as we don't get clean air or drinking water. Construction quality of these buildings is also the worst. There's no cleanliness in the locality. He added, we had taken out a big morcha at the Azad Maidan asking the government to shift us from here so we have a better life. But unfortunately, no one is listening to us and we are dumped here. A lot of people have lost their lives after being shifted to Mahul, breathing the heavy stench. When Midday visited the locality, it felt the same chemical stench that the residents have to breathe in each day. The quality of air is so bad that it's difficult to even breathe properly. During our visit to the resettlement and rehabilitation colony, we also found the sewerage and drainage lines between two buildings overflowing, and at many places, garbage was just lying on the road. This filthy environment is attracting another unwelcome element, rodents, who are seen scurrying between the two buildings. Pramila Solanki, another Mahul resident, said, the government immediately took cognizance of the death of 22 people in the unfortunate stampede at Elphinstone Road Station, and within months, a new fob was constructed to prevent any further incidents, but the same government is turning a blind eye to the life of 30,000 people who are suffering daily in Mahul because of the hazardous air and unhygienic living conditions. From the last 2 years, my widowed mother, who stays alone here, has begun suffering from uneasiness and respiratory issues, all thanks to the BMC, who moved us from Tarwadi, Mazgaon to this gas chamber, she added. Another resident told Midday that the water they get is also polluted. When they fill utensils with it, they can see a layer of oil on top. The drinking water we get is also polluted. As we are lower middle-class people, we cannot afford mineral water on a daily basis, so we have no other option than to drink this. My brother, who used to stay with us, developed rashes on his skin a few months after we shifted. He no longer stays with us because he feels the polluted air here will lead to some serious illness, said the resident. The noxious air is affecting pigeons too. On Saturday morning, I lifted at least 3 dead pigeons from our building. I think this too is happening because of the hazardous air. The death of birds is pretty common in the area, said another resident.